Hey everybody, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 45th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. Comments for this episode come from Tarsak and Kenneth Larson, the first one I want to go over anyway, and that was that during the big battle in my last episode involving these units down here, I should have probably cast, or I definitely should have cast Reassemble on the cannon that died. I didn't think to do that, largely because honestly, I don't play Dreadnought very much, so I tend to forget about some of the spells that are available to me. But that would have been a good one to use. I could have just reassembled that cannon and moved on. As it is right now, I've replaced that unit with a unit from this army, so still have 3 full stacks here, but I do need to try to remember that going forward. Also during that battle, so Terion pointed out that I could have used Dominate. I don't recall doing that, so I probably forgot, but this guy down here has this Book of Domination that I made. Could have tried to dominate one of those Tiger and Phalanxes, would have been pretty nice. They have Spirit Protection, so they're a little bit difficult to dominate, but that's okay. I'll just have to try to remember going forward. It's better to give it a shot than to just not even try, so... Other comments, Eki Al-Haj, just general useful comment. I thought last episode I was fumbling around trying to figure out which item to get rid of to move another item into somebody's slot, but the thing is that, you can actually, it's such a simple thing, but let's say that, I'm trying to send an item to this guy, and let's say he doesn't have a mount, so I want to send a mount to this guy, and let's pretend that this spot is full. All I would have to do, if he didn't have a mount and these 2 spots were full, was just drop an item on the ground, move the mount in, and then switch the mount into this slot, and then pick the other item back up. There's no reason for me to get rid of an item in that case. Now this guy's a bad example because these slots are all filled up anyway, but that was basically what he was saying, which surprisingly simple solution that I don't think I've ever really thought of doing before. It makes perfect sense. I think I may have been anxious to get rid of some items just to try to get rid of some clutter, but it is good to know, if anyone else was interested. And then the last comment came from Harold Lamy. Sorry, I think it's Lamy. It might be Larney. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong. But just some general advice about experience gain. You can read his comment. We've gone over it a bunch of times in my videos, so I'm not going to go through that again with you guys. But his comments in episode 44... and I linked to the wiki in the description for some information about unit XP gain, so go check it out if you're interested. Alright, that's really it for this episode, so I'm just gonna keep moving right along here. Have a lot of city notifications that I need to make it through. With all of my money, which is currently at 5,024, my gosh, I'm doing very well for myself in terms of income right now. Income's over 1,000, so I know some people had been suggesting that I start making some more units soon. I think I might be getting close to that point. A lot of these cities, I'm either going to do that or I'm going to start hurrying production on some stuff, which I don't want to do too much because I don't want to make my people unhappy. So I have to pay attention to city happiness, probably only do it in cities that can afford to do that. I don't really want to start making knights again because I do have enough of them. But let's see here. Any other cities? These are on permanent produced merchandise. There was another city I did want to build forge priests, and I don't know if it's worth it at this point. Oh, I got 760 gold from this city too. As I'm flipping through these, I need to try to remember to keep an eye out for any that have structures that would be particularly beneficial to certain types of units. That city does not. What about Edoras? I think Edoras is still in the process of running some upgrades, so I'm going to let that finish. And then over here, I believe this one's already on permanent produced merchandise. Not any great structures. There's one that benefits pikemen, but I don't think I want to do that. I know some people were suggesting I make Griffin Riders. I'll think about it. I think at this point in the game it might be worth cranking out a few of them. Well, you know what? Let's get a few just so I've got some mobility between these 2 cities here. This army almost wasn't able to catch up to the Manicore Rider that came flying in, so it might be worth it to have a few of these hanging around. I don't really have a good place to build them to give a bonus for the Spring of Life, so I think for now it might be worth just getting a few of them while I can afford it. Over here, I think, okay, this city's got a bunch of stuff queued up. I'm just going to let that kind of keep going. It's not a hugely important city in terms of unit production, as far as I can tell. At least it would take too long to get the enchanting tree. Game might be over by that point. Let's see, Masters Guild down here. Again, not really a huge rush on this city. This would actually make for maybe decent elf Griffin Riders if I wanted to go that route. It's really the only thing they benefit from, too. Might be worth it. I'm gonna... It's only got one mine that's benefiting from the dwarf bonus. Maybe this wouldn't be a bad city to migrate to elves. It's already got Domain of Earthcast on it. It's kind of ready to go, so... let's go ahead and we're going to want to finish the Grand Palace first anyway, so I'll do that, but I'll try to remember to come back to that if this game is still going at that point. I think the Grand Palace is perhaps more important. Okay, and I got my last ironclad warship, so my navy can... The full force of my navy can finally ship out, and then we'll... I'm not sure what I'll do with this other boat for now. Probably leave it back here, or... Well, there's really no reason it can't tag along, I suppose. It'll do more good up there than it will back here, so... Let's, have him move there. Let the ironclads kind of stick together. And then they can all ship out together on the next turn. I don't think there's any threats in the water here, unless I spot... actually, no, there's a pirate dwelling out there somewhere that I haven't discovered yet, so I'll have to make sure to search for that. I might use this boat as more of a scout on that note, but I'm going to have him hang out by those other units for the time being, just so he doesn't get jumped and picked off. I got a musket for somebody. I think it was this guy. Okay, that's fine. I'll put that there. Actually put his bow there, probably his musket here. Just try to sort these things in some sort of order. Okay, I got All-Knowing. Awesome. 2 new specializations chosen at random. Excellent. So I can just continue right along with my research. Let's see what I got. It looks like I got Expander and Destruction. Is that Destruction? Yeah, Destruction Adept. I'll take it. Destruction Adept fits well with my evil alignment. Oh my gosh, I got... Oh wait, no, it's just 180 bonus, so I want to try to take advantage of that. I should probably get... is there any way I can get 2 here? I could get 90? Okay, I could get Killer Instinct and Fertility Rights. I think that's the only way I can get 2 in one turn. So I'm going to... Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I'm going to do that. I'll get those 2. Okay, so then I want to get... Domain of Corruption is kind of useless. Scorched Earth might come in handy. Rugged Pioneers. Ooh, I wouldn't mind Rugged Pioneers considering I'm... Yeah, considering I'm using... I'm making builders and kind of using builders in some respects. Expansionism, that doesn't do me a whole lot of good because I don't have any outposts right now, as far as I know. Migrate and Purge. I like this one too a lot. I think I'm going to grab Swift Migration. Probably Rugged Pioneers and then Swift Migration. Okay, and speaking of builders, I did make another one down here, so I'll have him catch up with these machines. He's going to hang out with them. Maybe I actually should go ahead and build a watchtower or a tower, some sort of defense up north. I'll figure that out probably on the next turn. Okay, and then this guy is ready to make some towers. Probably gonna put one, dig through the wall kind of carefully here, and then put one like there. Put another one here. I think that would be good. And just want to make sure I don't dig too far. It's got to go one more turn, unfortunately, but it's alright. Okay, and Sorcerer's Army is off to get some more XP. I want to make sure to grab those haste berries on the way back to save some time. Good thing they can. And let's see here. Now, somebody did mention to me in the comments, and I apologize. I think it may have been Tarsak. I apologize if I'm wrong about that, but Oh, this place has a bone dragon in it. Dang, I don't know if I've seen, even on very strong defenders, I don't know if I've seen tier 4 units in these things very often. But yeah, they pointed out that stunning units would make it easier for me to get XP with the snake, and dazing them for that matter, once that human priest hits gold rank. Not a bad idea. I mean, like, he's right. I try to set it up if I can. The last battle that this army fought got a little bit... things got a little bit out of control to where I couldn't quite control the pacing that well, but that is something I want to try to remember. In fact, I want that snake to kill the bone dragon if at all possible. Does he have actually fearsome? So every time an enemy unit performs a melee or touch attack against this unit, has a chance to be panicked. Need to keep that in mind. The dragon, if I'm going to hit it with the snake, I want to make darn sure that it's like close to the end of the battle, because I definitely don't want the snake to retreat and lose its movement for the rest of the turn. And I also want to make sure that the snake actually can kill it in one hit. Okay. So keep that in mind. The other unit shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and get that thunderstorm started. See if that causes them to come running out at me. It should. And everybody else can hold ground. Plus we got a human priest here, so he'll do a good job. Somebody's injured. I think it's the knight, so I'm going to go ahead and heal him. Go, and he just got dazed. Great. Works well for me. I didn't think to spread out there. Oops. Okay, so dazed. I believe that checks against inflict daze. I think that checks against spirit, which would make it very likely to work on the dragon. If it works on the dragon, I think it does. Nope, you can't daze the dragons. They have some sort of an immunity to it. I'm not entirely sure what that would be. Maybe it's just being undead. Undead units ignore many morale bonuses and penalties. Okay, that's not it. Well, I don't know. I can't do it on the Wraith King either, so I suspect it's just something to do with them being undead. It's okay, my sorcerer can handle this. I know stun works against those guys. I'm gonna get a little closer, because the stun effect will trigger regardless of whether I use electrical or spirit, so I'm gonna just deal a ton of damage to it with those spirit attacks. Alright, I want to make sure I protect that sorcerer, and let's see. I don't see a better unit for these guys to hit than that bone dragon, because I want to try to hit it with spirit damage. The knight could finish it, and the knight is also should resist fearsome, I think. Checks, it's 9 spirit resistance, so I don't think the knights can be panicked. Because the knight has strong will and should have spirit immunity. Let's see here. I may not be able to kill the dragon with the snake. I kind of need to... Yeah, I'm going to play it safe here. Especially since I didn't get the stun on the dragon. I'm not risking that snake. I should be able to kill him in one hit, so I'm going to go for it with the knights. Okay, well, the critical hit kind of puts that in the bag there. And then I want the Naga up there blocking these units. And the snake kind of like somewhere where it could... I want it to be kind of protected, but also kind of close to the front. That should work. Naga do not care much for cold damage. Handle the fire quite a bit better, that's for sure. Okay. Wonder if the snake could get those guys, if I could arrange it so that they have a I think I'd rather have him kill the Wraith King if that's possible. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to let the priest deal with the reanimators because they can probably... Well, maybe not. I guess the reanimator's a good target for the snake then. That's a Wraith King. That's a tier 3. Wonder if I could stun it. Actually, I don't think you can. Yeah, it's not stunnable. I should have tried to stun the reanimator now that I think of it. Bought myself a turn. I can't do that now. Because I'd just kill it. Could use up its movement, I suppose. Some of it, anyway. I need my sorcerer to be hitting that wraith. I want to damage it a bit. Yeah, could the snake kill that? The snake can't even reach it. Well, actually, technically it could, I suppose. There's an Archon caster back there, but I think the snake would be alright. I'd be afraid of that Hellhound running around and doing something, though. I think I'm going to play it safe, let the snake kill this guy. He leveled up anyway, so it's good. Then I'm going to have the knight either shoot that wraith, or just straight up, I'm going to straight up charge it. Oh, right, and then they revive. Always forget about that. Well, Snake should be able to get another kill here pretty easily. That shouldn't be too hard to manage. Let's see if I can stun it first. I'd very likely kill it in that instance. That'll work. Alright, how are they doing XP-wise? 25 out of 45. Oh, wait, they can't get XP from that unit because it was a revived unit. Reanimated, whatever. I bet I can get that last person, though. Yes, continue hitting the unit with regrowth. Good plan. Please stun. That'd be awesome. Not quite. I'll let it throw some stuff at me again. That's fine. I'm gonna move the snake up just a tad bit. It should move a little closer to me. They tend to... No, it didn't. Didn't edge forward at all. Okay, so I don't want to kill it, so I'm gonna intentionally get a unit in the way. Still could kill it, so I'm gonna go for 2 shots instead of 3. Ooh. Alright, now I've got it. Oh, hi. Alright, you need to go away. Actually, I may as well give the XP to... Now, you could use Touch by Faith for XP. Alright, and then you guys can kill that. That'll give them just a bit more XP. I'm trying to get these guys kind of built up and ready for the next big battle. So they're a veteran now. I think they're ready. Because if I do that column of champions, that'll get them to expert. And I should be able to level them once during that battle as well. We'll just put them to elite and they would evolve. And then they'll be quite a bit more useful. The jump... Oh wait, what have we got here? Gazer's Eye, Petrifying Touch, Doom Gaze, +1 range strength. It's a usable item? Hang on a second here. I'm going to take that because it looks like it just gives me a base +1 damage to all range attacks. So like Shock Bolts is 10. Shock Bolts is now just 10. Okay. What about Fire Longbow? It's 9. So if I drop that. Okay, so Shoot Longbow becomes more useful. But it only applies to items that do physical damage. That might be a better... I think that would be a better fit for the Druid if he's got room for it. And it won't take long to get there. It's not a bad item for an elf druid. Alright, and then everybody can hit those haste berries and be back down here. I am going to skip this because I want to go for the column of champions in this instance. Unless, I don't know, if I leveled the snake, maybe it'd be more useful to do the column of champions after a couple battles and use it to get to a King Shock Serpent faster. I think I'll actually do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, this city is currently occupied. I believe I just want to absorb it. I was actually thinking about using this city a while ago to make machines in, I believe. For some reason, I was thinking about migrating it to elves. I think that was because it was faster or something. I'm not really sure. I don't see a reason to not just absorb this, or actually migrate to dwarves. Yeah, I'm going to migrate to dwarves. Yeah, the Tigrans don't like me anyway, so migrating to dwarves is a lot faster, and then I can start making machines right here on the front lines. Okay, this city is the one I was thinking about making forge priests in. It's still in the process of running through its upgrades, though. May as well start upgrading this for giants. Why not? Okay, item forge there is done, so I wanted to go back and look and see what item I'm currently making down here in my capital. That's the Tomux Trinket. I'm gonna wait a turn because I forget what's on that and I can't really look at it without canceling that. So I'm gonna, was it a forge item here? Yeah. I'm gonna let this city produce merchandise for one turn, and then I can see what's on that ring, because I was rethinking how I wanted to create his gear. And I think I can change something. Actually, yeah, I only need one ring with 20% fire resist, because he's already got it from Forge Aprons and Meteoric Armor. And that's 80%. And that ring probably has 20% fire resist as well as the shock. And then I think it had another type of, I think it had a concealment just because I wanted to throw something else on it and couldn't fit anything else. Alright, and then this city here is actually good to make machines. I think this city's already been set up for that. Also got focus chamber. Maybe I could make musketmen here. That might be fun. I don't know how useful they are at this point, but it might be fun if nothing else, just because I haven't used them much. Why not? Let's grab that. And I'm going to need the focus chamber, and then I think everything else is... Oh, I guess I'll need... No, I don't need barracks either. Yeah, I could just start making dwarf musketeers, because they count as archers, so they benefit from that focus chamber. I'll make a few of them just for fun, because why not? Alright, back to this city, which is going back on Infinite Firstborn production, because they're just amazing. And I don't really need to see what's in that thin line. I think I'll be okay. And that galleon's gonna probably kill this thing. Yep, can't quite make it to land. I'll just explore as much as I can. What have we got here? Independent units. They're at peace with me. That's the really expensive city that I'm not going to buy. And there's one of Valerie's cities. Alright, well, I was going to run into her eventually. Try not to interact with her too much just yet. She's still pretty far away. Don't want to force her hand and have a bunch of elf manicore riders breathing down my throat just yet. Alright, I believe I was waiting for these guys to back up my knights. I also kind of was waiting for them to heal so I could go in that Hall of the Forefathers and beat the living daylights out of some stuff. Man, having a few extra Forge Priests for healing would be pretty darn useful down there. I think I'm going to make at least one more. Because this city can make them, at least with Resurgence. If not Meteoric Armor. Let's just make one. I'll eventually have more down here. Well, you know what? These guys are on their way to the front lines now, more or less. I should probably make a couple. Especially if I can afford them. Yeah, I'm going to have all these units kind of hang out. Would love to convert those guys and get some healers. I'm going to have all these units just sort of hang out for now while they patch up. That battle's going to be decently tough. I kind of want to clear that Hall of the Forefathers first. These guys would probably be fine, but I mean, there's a Halberdier in there and there's 2 other knights to challenge me, so we'll just wait. So I don't really want to lose a unit if I don't really have to. Okay, the Lost Soul will finish exploring that. Okay, I got, well, I can blow up some mermaids. Blowing up mermaids for treasure. Okay, I want to try to avoid getting shot because these boats can't repair. So I want to try to kill the musket guys first. Actually, I can probably kill everything in this battle in the first combat round. Oh yeah, I think I can. Gotta get closer for that last one. Well, they were arranged quite nicely for me. What'd they get? Just money. I'll take it. And speaking of money, now this is a human city, so I don't really need to keep any cave walls here active. So I'll let that cobbled kind of go crazy. I'm still going to have this prospector just go out on random exploration duty. I don't exactly remember where I was going with this guy. I'm just going to keep sending him south. Maybe he can join up with those firstborns and knights that I was talking about that needed healing. And a Reaper, Titan. Well, dang. I think I was waiting for something here. I wanted to make... Well, first I want to make sure he's got his casting points. I think I was maybe waiting a turn for healing or something like that. Anyway, they should be ready now. Ah, he's charging. Alright, want to get Beast Horde up before anything brain rots me. I don't think there's anything here that can actually brain rot me, but I'm a little paranoid. Alright, Beast Horde it is. Oh good, it's spawning them all down here right with me. I don't know where the last one went. Alright, I gotta think about who's got spirit resistance. I may need to suicide. Okay, the Reaper can't get him. I need to figure out who it can and can't get. Blight protection, it can get that guy. It can get those guys. Phalanx, definitely don't want to risk him. That Knight is gold rank, so he's good. The Griffin Rider is vulnerable. Okay. So I'd like to try to get rid of him ASAP, and I'm thinking about suicide running some animals after him. So he can fly in here and get just about anybody. I think I'm going to just put the knight in his way. That titan could do a lot of damage to the knight. If he moves here, he could reach here, here. He could reach 3 spaces with that. I don't know if I can... I could probably back all my units up enough to where they'd be okay. Maybe I should do that. Let him come charging in, and then eat up his movement with the animals on the next turn. I think that's probably the safest bet. Back everybody up, except for the knight. He can park it right there. He'll be fine. Hopefully he doesn't go after something else. I'm hoping he just comes running down here now. Okay, so the spider is safe. The Griffin Rider is safe there. The beetle's safe there. I think everybody should be safe. Alright. Ah, crap. He went off after something else. Well, he used Invoke Death, so he can't do that for a couple turns. At least the Titan came down here. I don't have to worry about the Reaper on this turn at least, so... Titan came down here, I'll just mess him up. Try to flank him if I can. Man, this guy does a ton of damage. I think if I move here, it might be a flanking hit. Yep. And the critical hit. Alright, that did a ton of damage to a Titan. My gosh. That was like 69 damage. Wow. Okay, so I might be able to kill him with a flank with the Knights. I'm going to turn him around with the Monkey. You must sacrifice yourself for the cause, my friend. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he's dead. Alright, let's see where that Reaper can move to. I would like to give him a tempting target to hit. He's got spirit damage, I think cold damage, and some poison damage. Spiders or the beetles would probably do okay at handling that. I'm gonna let the spiders go. The beetles are a little... They don't have quite as much health. They're squishy goblins. If I can lure them down here to attack the spider, I think that'd be a good shape. I would rather keep it like that so my druid has a clear shot on the next turn if he needs it. And Phalanx can come back up for now. Oh hey, Bleak Warg's down here that I didn't notice until just now. Okay, any other animals running around that could cause trouble? Well, the Warg has first strike, so I think I'm just going to distract it for a bit with them. Ah, another animal to get in the way of the Wraith. Dang it. Oh good, he came after the monkeys. Alright, most of the damage is again going to come from the druid here, I think. Has all that physical protection. Do I have like a... Do you have a spirit ray? He's got the lightning rod. Or the mana shock bolts caster thing. That's 4 plus 7. That's a minimum or a maximum of 11. Whereas the bow is more, I think. Maximum of 12. Not by much, but it's technically a little bit better. Fortunately, the wraiths aren't quite as tough. It's just that physical protection you gotta get through. I kinda wanna just get in that thing's face. Nope. Well, I'm gonna just wreck those cadavers, I think. A devastating charge on this guy for as much damage as I can anyway. He's got that lifesteal, which is annoying. I might have to just eat up his movement for this turn and finish him with the druid on the next. At least I resisted fearsome. Okay, he's only got one movement left. I don't really care who he hits in that situation, but whoever he hits is going to swing back. It might get, if it's the spider, it might scare the spider. It's alright, I'd rather have the spider. I might actually want to think about blocking the spider's path out. Or if I can slow it down at all from leaving, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, because I don't want it to run away and then lose all of its movement. I don't know if it even can, because it's out of movement on this turn. I don't think it comes back until my turn, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do that. Okay, just to go after the knight instead anyway. That is a pretty darn tough knight. I'm impressed. Okay, so you, good sir, need to die very badly. Oops, should have put everybody on defense first. Wasn't thinking there. Alright, let's get rid of that warg. Let's try to web this guy. Actually, I'm gonna... Oops. They died. Oh, I already used web there. I was gonna move the warg around, flank it, and then web it, but the warg took a little more damage than I was expecting there. I think at this point I should be fine. I can't lifesteal any of this stuff, so I'm going to pull the knight back so I can heal it. And then let some of these other units clean up some of this mess. That Griffin Rider should do fine. I don't want to waste XP on those guys when I could get it with Spider Queen. Okay, that didn't work. It's unfortunate. I'm just going to send him back there to be annoying. You've got a gun. Use it. Yeah, you also have a gun. Uh-oh. That's where all these units are coming from. It's reviving the animals and using them against me. I'm not even really sure what's happening up there because of all this clutter. Kind of wish that you could remove this stuff. Like, you can if you zoom, but it's weird. It's just kind of hard to see in these tombs. Alright, well, I know you need some health, so let's take care of that. And you need to kindly go away. It'd be helpful if I could web something. I think I failed 3 times. Okay, I just wanted to get rid of them. They were annoying me, and every turn more of my own animals are respawning. I think that's it. Yep. That was kind of messy. Okay, Shield of the Frosted Arc Raider. I probably have something better than that. In fact, I know he's got a quiver. I have generally better shields than that and don't need to worry too much about frost damage this game, so that's getting sold. Alright, now I've already cleared that. What is the next objective for these guys? That's probably what I should be asking. Maybe the Sphinx Temple. Maybe that dungeon... No, wait, the Sorcerer Army took care of the dungeon. They've been through there already. I think these guys actually kind of need to start heading topside. Clear some of the tougher structures up there. Because the Sorcerer Army actually got quite a bit of this stuff already. What is the couple wraiths running around? Those are there's pirates running around underground. Okay. Maybe I can deal with them on my way past. Anyway, I think generally speaking, these guys need to head this direction. And the fairies actually could probably take them out before they cause trouble. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to save that lucky clover field for later. Those wraiths are those are both wraith kings. That might not be a good idea. Then again, they might come after me now anyway. I'm going to abort that and go grab the lucky clover field after all. Those fairies are pretty happy, so maybe they'll get lucky. They might not be the best match for those wraiths. So I'm just going to kind of move them along like nothing ever happened and see if the wraiths chase. Alright, Builder here is going to dig out most of this, not all of it. Let's start here. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, and that. I can go 2 spaces, I think. 1, 2. Okay, now that that's done, I can terraform. Let's get some wetlands in here. Make the Naga a little bit happier. Still sort of at a loss for what to do with these units at the moment. Actually, I probably should make an engineer to go with one group or another builder. I think I'm just going to leave one stack guarding this point after my Sorcerer Army moves on, and another stack guarding the other point. I've got this perfectly good Shock Trooper here too. He would be... Yeah, but I've already got a Gold Rank Knight. I think this army's good. The Shock Trooper is kind of hang back, I guess. I kind of like that Knight being here. Alright, so that group's got 2 golems. This one's got 2 juggernauts. I'm going to... We'll even this out a bit. We're going to give them 1 juggernaut. And them 1 golem. They also have the lousy Civic Guard, so to make up for that, I will add a Shock Trooper. And then I think I'm going to have this army kind of watch the northern route, and this one is going to hang out down here and keep an eye on things at this fort. Also got that extra Tigran. Wonder if any of these units could make it up to help the fairies, actually, in case the undead attack. They could. Those fairies will be fine. Let's cancel these out and just move that whole army right there for the moment. Now I hope the undead do attack. That would make things a lot easier for me. I can't quite reach them though. Yeah, you can hang out here for now. Alright, and then I think these armies are all done moving. So, I have spells to cast. I need to probably reinforce Great Mobilization first things first. I did cast, I think I did cast or was going to cast Domain of Earth somewhere. Oh yeah, I was going to try to cast on the Naga Dwelling, but I can't do that. Alright, so I'm going to go to the overview panel up here, find Great Mobilization, and start reinforcing that right away. I won't be able to get much, but it's something. And then head off to the next turn. Oh, another army is mounting for an attack. I I should be okay. Oh, please, run right at me. Try it. They might be able to fit some units onto the lava. Yep, Manicore Riders. Okay, so another defense battle. I should be okay here. The slow effect will basically take care of that Manicore Rider to where I don't need to worry about it much at all. I'd like to get rid of the Lord of the Deep. Let me look for something in here. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is start off by slowing that thing. Just because I don't want to deal with it. They can try to dispel it if they want. In the meantime, it looks like most of the army is over there, so I'm going to get these juggernauts up on the wall as soon as possible, so I can hopefully blow out a big group of them all at once if they pile up on top of each other. And then the settler has no business being here. Also, I can probably start with some early curses? Maybe? Can't quite get the Naga into a useful spot to do that. I could curse the cheetah. Yeah. Why not? Give them something else to try to dispel. I was going to have the engineers rapid reload something just to... Actually, they could do that. Gives them a little bit of XP and doesn't cost me anything. Okay, here comes the thunderstorm. Okay, so this group looks like the obvious target. Even though that Manicore Rider is the one that let its guard down, I'm still going to go after these guys because I can hit more of them at once. Now, I would like to get rid of that... I might take a shot at disjuncting Thunderstorm here. Only costs 10 casting points, 50%. Okay, cool. Just wanted that out of the way. Because now this will do more damage. More fire damage, specifically. Oh, I want to make sure that's up on the ramparts. So that it gets the full range bonus and does maximum damage. Didn't quite kill it. How about that? Well, Dwarf Crossbow can solve that problem. Alright, then he's welcome to run up here and flank anything if he feels like it. He can flank that Juggernaut, doesn't matter to me. Alright, I kind of trapped my Naga up there. Alright, guys. That's about enough. Kind of want to... almost want to just broadside. But that's okay. I'm going to end up blowing up part of my own wall, but it doesn't really matter considering these units have lesser flying. If we can take away some of that thing's movement, that would be nice. Okay, cool. He can't actually really do anything. I'm good there. That guy can't move. So, I think I'm gonna try to. Well, actually, I'm gonna let that other guy come up here first. I think. In the meantime, you guys can shoot the phalanx, who only has 8 health left and can probably be finished off with a blunderbuss. If I can get that engineer to this tank, I would kind of like to shoot something with it. This guy can shoot here. And I'll just shoot him. This guy's got a lot of health. They must be a pretty high promotion level. Just trying to avoid letting these units get damaged since they don't really have a good way to repair other than sitting in the city on the Masters Guild. I need a builder down here. Well, the city has a Masters Guild. I could just make a builder. Of course, there's that one engineer, but he doesn't have repair machine yet. Wait. Aw. Killed my horse. Critical hit it. Okay, the Lords of the Deep are annoying. They will do a lot of damage. So they have electrical attacks. And they have projectile reflection. So no matter what way I spin this, I think I'm going to take damage from them. Alright, well, I'm going to focus on getting rid of these 2 Sphinxes, because that's kind of the top priority at the moment. I can move this guy away for free. I'm going to blow a massive hole in my wall here, but it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Let's, rapid reload. And do this. I can also do this, which actually doesn't even bother the Hellhound, which is kind of nice. It doesn't do much, but it's something. And then I think I'm going to have this one move up and just broadside. Oh, wait. I can't really do that without hitting my own units. Can these guys help? Maybe get a ram to be able to finish that guy off? Well, they're looking kind of the wrong way here, so probably finish it with that unit. I think what I'm going to do is move the crossbows a little further this direction and get them within 1, 2, 3 tiles. They do 4 to 6 damage. It's not much. I don't really want to broadside with all my other units around, so I think I'm just going to do this. And then I'll probably just flashbang it or something. It should finish. Nope, not going to flashbang. Probably have to use stoning or something. I don't think I can hit it with... Oh wait, I'm being dumb. Perfectly good Hellhound right there. Okay. Forgot he was up there. Now, do these guys have mind control? Yes, they do, unfortunately. So, I will not be converting it. And the gate is open. All that projectile reflection. These guys are very, very much annoying. I'm gonna move around here, shoot them in the back. Fortunately, I guess they don't have as much health. wonder if I could do this. If I move the crossbow up here, did he turn around to the point where I could flank him? No, he's still kind of facing at the angle that he needs to be in order to counteract anything I hit him with. Those guys might die. I haven't been really paying attention to that Manicore Rider, but he just got close enough to pounce them. Oh wait, but I don't think you can pounce up walls. Yeah, it can be blocked by obstacles, so they'll actually be okay. And Naga Matriarchs are not really a match for that thing. I could try to panic it, but if that fails, the Matriarch could be in big trouble, and I don't want to risk that. I may as well do this. There's no reason not to. I could also ram it. And I could fire broadside. Again, I would damage my own units if I did that. I could try cursing it. That might help. Okay, that's going to slow it down. Alright, so it's not going anywhere. So I should be able to get it on the next turn. In the meantime, I'd have to start thinking about that Manicore Rider. It's getting close. Yeah, you guys are going to want to back up. He still can't quite make it on the wall. Okay, I need the engineers to get to where the Hellhounds are. Alright, a critical hit, that helps. This is just to take down one of these darn things. You can see why I didn't want them to produce a whole bunch. Looks like they've already gotten started. Fortunately, I think I'm going to take this guy out soon. Alright, we'll let him flutter up on top of the wall here and then give him a nice big warm dwarf welcome. Everybody's pretty much good here. Come on, buddy, what's the matter? Just gonna have everyone line up. Oh, come on. Lame. You gotta come up over the wall, man. There he goes. Alright. I can see why he was hesitating. And now he's cursed and slowed. Bad day for him. Oh, all these critical hits are just mean. Okay, does anyone need XP? I might actually give it to the engineer, try to get him ranked up a bit closer to gold medal so he can repair stuff. What do the Juggernauts get at gold rank? Inflict Immolation? It's alright. Flame tanks are super easy to level up. No, you know what? The Matriarchs, that's who I need to be leveling, because they get Call Lightning, and that can be extremely useful. So I'm going to use one. Can I even kill him with these guys? 7 to 11. It's not exactly a guarantee. I'll have the crossbow. I'll have the crossbow take a bad shot at him. Guarantee I don't kill them. try to, anyway. Can I get something in the way? Can't get a unit in the way when you want to. I want to try to kill it with that Naga, but I want to make sure that I actually kill it with the Naga. There we go. Now I will kill it. Got a critical hit anyway, didn't matter. Okay, another good defense. I did lose my horse. That's okay, we got better units on the way to back up. I know I saw more out there, because there was a bunch of heroes, and I don't know where they went. They wouldn't have made it this far down, because I can see that line of sight now, that path, and the wetlands would have slowed them down, so they must be back around that city again. All I know is that if I start seeing them coming this way, I need to move fast. Oh, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. I'm just going to auto that. Actually, better yet, don't even give him the pleasure of XP. You know what? I didn't think about it, but it actually would have been good to suicide run that spy drone at it, because the boats are not easy to heal. I don't think the computer would be smart enough to do that. Oh yeah, and then I get to do this. Probably in the next episode. I'm going to take out Red's capital. Unfortunately, no sign of their leader yet, but hopefully he will show up soon. In fact, in the next episode, I will probably be attacking... Well, I might not make it to the Tyrant's capital, but I'll definitely be going after Red, and I should be at least be within line of sight of the Tyrant's capital. Alright, cool. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here, guys. It's about time to call it for this episode. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Go ahead and leave your thoughts, comments, questions down below, and I will see you in the next episode.